my loves. I'm here at the park this morning. Feeling that power of prana running through me. And I really have been thinking about spring fever. I love spring fever. I love how I come online when the world comes online. As above, so below, as without, so within. Don't you just feel that Shakti pulsing in your body? It doesn't matter if you're a man body or a female body. When spring comes online, the Shakti starts to move in all of us, moves through our channels, and it awakens our heart. And right now I'm looking at this gorgeous red bud, and it's full of beautiful magenta flowers. And whenever I see that color, which I've been really drawn to it a lot in the last year. Of course, I love indigo, of course, but that magenta color of the crown, and I just see the trees crowned in this beautiful magenta light. And I am also loving the neon green. I mean, it just speaks to the abundance that the world has for us if we can tune into that frequency. And we can bring that neon, bright, green, new life energy into our hearts. And I've been feeling the playfulness that spring brings, that the spring fever kind of awakens us, like heat coming online, you know? And when that playfulness is there, it's like I'm just ready to play with all of life. And the creativity is popping. And I there's a flirty energy to spring fever too. And I feel that. I love to flirt with life, to flirt with the possibilities of what we can create in this life. And especially as we're coming out of, for me here in the Northern Hemisphere, coming out of the winter, the hibernation, the cocoon phases, the deeper inner reflections, and coming back out to play with the world, to dance with all of these other mirrors of me. And I was thinking about that this morning too. You know, I feel like so many people in my life are their muses to dance with, and I am the muse for someone else to see something in each other that either maybe reminds us of each other, like, oh, I see that in you and it's in me too. Or it can also be the inverse reflection. Oh, I see something in you that I don't feel in me. And seeing it in you either brings it online, or it lets me know that it's a part of myself that maybe even is something that I've let go of in the past, but I can remember who I was when I was in that part of me. And that gives me revelation about who I am now and the progressions that we make in life as we move along the spiral, as we awaken, as we come alive, and we move up through the frequencies. It doesn't mean any level is incorrect or wrong, but there is a journey. And we can make no doubt there's a different feeling when we're in the swamp water versus when we're at the mountain peak receiving just raindrops on our face. Those are two different experiences of water. And they're all part of this whole story that we create together, part of this incredible experience of being alive. And I want to play with it all. I want to play with it all. And you know, I want to acknowledge it all. Don't necessarily want to swim in the swamp anymore. I don't necessarily want to find my refuge on lily pads in the swamp. But I can see it all as the great stage of life and the great theater, and all of us, the characters. You know, the Divine Life Playhouse. Playhouse is often associated with the theater. And I knew that. And that was part of the intention of the name. But it's also the play that we have as we play with life. And you know what else is so important to me? Connection. Human connecting. connecting in deep and powerful ways that are so fun and playful too. I've often said that personal growth work doesn't just have to be shadow work in therapy or journaling and crying. Like, it can be so much more fun than that. It can be explorations that make us laugh harder than we've laughed in years, and reconnecting to inner child parts of us that maybe never got to come online fully. It's feeling the opportunity to be in our naivety and to feel safe and exploring just really, really heart-based expression of creativity. And that can be drawing, painting, rolling in the grass, having a picnic with friends. There's so many experiences in childhood that many of us didn't even get to have in their pure state that are so incredibly nurturing to our adult selves as well. But oftentimes we don't give ourselves permission to have those experiences. And I feel like part of my work in this world is to create those experiences for myself and for others so that we can explore it all through life and reap the benefits that come from that kind of play. You know, I was at a nursery this weekend looking at plants and thinking about gardening, and I just kept hearing this little thing that I often say, which is kind of silly, but it's like work doesn't have to be a 4-letter word, which I do understand. It's spelled W-O-R-K, which is 4 letters, but it doesn't have to be a bad 4-letter word. It doesn't have to be a negative thing in our lives. Like, I wake up in the morning and I'm excited about doing the work that I want to do in the world. I'm excited about creating wealth with people through real estate investing and moving the wealth of our properties to like plant trees that continue to grow. I'm excited about the work with the Divine Life Playhouse and Castle Key and creating content, and everything just keeps growing and evolving. That's the way it should be. We plant those little acorns and they turn into trees that then drop more acorns, and it keeps expanding and evolving in our lives. And I love that work. I wake up each day and I am excited to go do that work. But on the same hand, play doesn't have to be a bad word either. I think a lot of people don't really know how to play. And so we do things like mind-numbing, sort of expensive things that we're trying to scratch that itch. But does it bring about that liberation of play within us? As I believe we need both. We need the work, we need the play, we need it to all work together in harmony in our lives. And if we're working too much and we're not having enough play in our lives, we're really not functioning well. You know, I can tell this shoulder will start to get a tension, like grab in a muscle, and I'm like, oh yeah, I am doing too much work. And even if I'm having fun doing that work, I'm out of balance. I need to go shake it out. I need to dance. I need to sing. I need to go to a concert like I did last night with a friend. I need to do something that will allow me to move and be, and to not have productivity as my goal. Playful, harmonious, expansion. Nature's doing these things right now, and it's inviting us in. It's inviting us in. So I could riff on this all day. It's seriously some of my favorite things to talk about, but I just wanted to show up in the moment. I am off to do all kinds of fun things today, work and play. But I wanted to come in with this heart frequency and share it to whoever might have shown up to this moment with me, whether it's today or it's sometime in the future. As always, I'm just sending this heart love, this heart frequency out into the world. May it ripple out. May it reach you at the moment that it's meant to. You are loved. You are not alone. We are also connected. You have permission to play. You have permission to have fun. You have permission to enjoy your spring fever vibes. You have permission to have fun while you're working. And if you're not, look for new work. We are meant to be abundant doing work that we love. That is our birthright. Don't let the system tell you otherwise. That's one last thing. You know, I love being alive on this earth when I'm operating in the higher frequency states and connecting into those higher frequency states on this earth. But I gotta tell you, when it drops down for me and I start getting in like while I'm on this earth, I don't enjoy it so much. I'm not always happy. I'm happiest when I'm in those higher frequencies while I'm on this earth. That's what makes it so incredibly satisfying. That's when I feel my heart the most online. I can access it when I'm in those lower states, when I'm in swamp water. I might even find a nice lily pad to lay in the sun in the swamp, and I can feel some of that, but it's just not the same. So I will keep rising. I will keep rebuilding the reality to be even more in these higher states where my soul song is coming through, where I'm able to enjoy the harmony of work and play and connection to myself individually and connection to all of us on this planet together at this time. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you soon.